And so, we continue on with Fortuna Major. Or just Fortuna, you know. Gotta go for the fish. Now, this planet is quite possibly the weirdest stage in the game. It also has some really funky music. Apparently, Andros can control the minds of creatures. You have a very zoomed in view, and flowers will instantly try to kill you. Right off the bat, you get like zero warning. It's crazy. This stage, the music also reminds me if like Hilltop Zone from Sonic 2 was put in the SNES engine and made more whimsical. It's quite bizarre, honestly, but I like it. Now, this stage has the most unique enemies in the game. There's these hornets who like the stingrays. Yeah, stingrays in Sector Y. They will attack you if they're red, they won't if they're blue. These dragonflies don't really do anything. You kind of scare them off. I actually don't remember what happens if you kill them. But yeah, and occasionally Andross's forces will join in the fray, like those little platforms, but then yeah, these flower stems will appear from the ground and yeah, don't follow them because it goes quite crazy. Now we have the second segment, which is a bunch of fish trying to kill you. Remember freaking never mind. It's nothing like any other stage. I was gonna say, oh yeah, remember Aquas? And I'm like, wait, there's no Aquas here. Yeah, there's these birds. So I'd suggest staying high up when you're at this segment because the birds will blindside you if you stay down, like right there. And Falco's like, stop shooting me, I'm not a bird. Oh wait, I kinda am, but I'm not one of these birds. Now these sea serpents, you can go around them, you can go through their, their path. They will occasionally shoot fire blasts at you if they look at you. Like right here. And those fire blasts hurt. So much so that it ate my bonus shield up instantly. Yeah. Also, this stage is one of the hardest stages to get 100% on. I don't think I've ever gotten 100% on this stage. There's a ring for your extra life. Just shoot it 3 times like normal. Or take a hit too, because that's totally worth taking a hit for. Again, you are on Route 3. Macbeth is pretty intense. Venom's pretty intense. So yeah, it's pretty fairly standard at this point, and then it just jumps back to like a prairie. This ocean's kind of nice though. And as I said, the music's kind of nice in a weird, funky way. So here we have flowers trying to blindside us again. You have these guys trying to shoot you again. Just, there's stuff all over the place. If you don't, if like you're blind on this stage, you're gonna get blindsided like nobody's business. There's a twin blaster if you need it. It's kind of tricky to get without getting hit. Because if you're so fast and you are zoomed in and you're going really fast, so good luck. Now the boss of this stage. Remember that boss on Route 2 that had kind of those 2 arms that you had to constantly hit to shrink them? This boss has 2 heads. It's a similar concept. You cannot damage him unless his heads are to his body or his tail's to his body. Now I prefer hitting the tail, which spawns eggs and those birds try to, hit you. The 2 heads will try to shoot stuff at you and all kinds of other stuff. They try to ram into you occasionally, but I find it's just easy to weave. But other than that, once you get the boss's limbs to the length needed, it's pretty simple because the Hyper Blaster just knocks it down completely. It's another game of patience though. If you have a singular blaster, for sure. But with that, Fortuna is done. And boy, am I glad. Like, as much as that stage is unique and interesting, there's way too much trying to come at you, blindsiding you, for in my opinion. Ugh. Oh, speaking of blindsiding you, Sector Z. I hope you're ready for Sector Z, folks. You know, that area that Starfox 64 took and made into like a missile barrage battle royale? It was first a very annoying Andros base in mid space. Is that even a word? Oh yeah, we're taking excellent care of them. Go for Macbeth. Yes, go for Shakespeare. Now, enemies will instantly try to attack you. I will actually suggest if you like cockpit mode, stay in it, or even if you don't, you might want to stay in it for that first segment just so you have some time to breathe. Because when you switch, of course. Oh, and there's those mines back from freaking asteroid field. Now those wireframes of freaking platforms, yeah, they hurt. They're kind of hard to keep track of sometimes. These platforms you can shoot with the arrows and they will stop them in place. But pretty much you got the theme of the level. With a lot of craps trying to kill you. It's like asteroids, except way more intense. Use your boost and retros very wisely in this stage. If you're going too fast, you'll do that. If you're going too slow, you might get hit just the same. It all depends on what part of the stage you're on. Checkpoint there, and it's the only one in the stage if I recall. There might be, actually I think there is another one, but it's way later. This is kind of a minor trench. If you stay in the middle, you'll get shot at fairly often. You kind of want to go around, get rid of things trying to, hit you. That's a fairly straight shot. The enemies here don't do particularly large amounts of damage. That's what all the platforms are for. And this segment starts. Oh boy. Now is your cue to freaking duck and weave all over the place. And this shield is a heavenly gift. It's just you can go in between those platforms and you kind of need to sometimes. Like, there's the other checkpoint, but it's so tricky to get to sometimes you might miss it. This segment you want to break. You absolutely need to break sometimes or boost at others. Like, I should have boosted right there. But if you're caught off guard, that place will wreck you up. It's just, oh. Like, I remember as a kid going through this level, and it just, yeah, it was comboing me like it is now. Thanks to the shield, though, I was able to tank those hits. It's just, eesh. And, you know what? You remember Space Armada? Well, here's a familiar sequence. Stay to the outside if you want to have your safest chance to not get hit. But here we go. Something ripped right out of Space Armada, except it's a bit more difficult. Very thin. I'm lucky that didn't destroy my wing because, ugh. The boss in Space Armada, it's the same one, like it's the core, but like these things do more damage, I think, or there's just more of them. But anyways, their electrical beams just absolutely annihilate you if you let yourself get hit by them. So just shoot all the doors in your way and make your way to the core. Like before, you're going to want to shoot the wall, or use one of your well-placed bombs and deactivate most of them in one go. And try to go up and down. When the core is exposed, just utterly shoot it. Just shoot the hell out of it. Because you can get it with one run if you get a good aim at it like that. If you're stuck in there longer, I advise seeing if any enemy ships appear because they can give you golden rings to restore your health. If you have single fire, I'd advise being very careful and hope you have bombs. If you don't have bombs, you just gotta be really good. I'm sorry, but I can't help you more than that with single fire. Single fire is not advised on any stage in Route 3. It's painful. But with that, we're off to Macbeth next part. And it should be the final part. I'll see you then.